Details of a developing story this morning. After a mall shooting in Alabama on Friday, there appears to be some confusion about just who fired the shots inside the River Chase Galleria Mall in Birmingham. Officers originally said the gunman was killed, but now they've changed that opinion. They say the gunman they're looking for is still out there. Yesterday, police said a 21-year-old got into a fight with an 18-year-old outside the Foot Action store in the mall. The older man fired a gun, they say, hitting the teen and another 12-year-old girl. Then officers shot and killed that 21-year-old who was running away from the scene, and now police say they are not sure the 21-year-old they killed actually fired the shots, but they do still believe he was part of the initial fight at the shoe store. No word yet on who the apparently true gunman is.
Hello, my beautiful rosebuds. It's your favorite rosebud, the one and only Niecy K. And I am here to go over gossip with you today. And yeah, stay tuned. Alright, my beautiful rosebuds. So y'all saw that prior clip. You guys know what this conversation about. Not such a... This is not the best discussion that I would like to have, but hey, it's part of the news, so we got to talk about it. So anyways, we are dealing with a situation where another innocent black man has been gunned down by the police. So a Birmingham veteran was shot and killed while in the mall shopping around Thanksgiving weekend. The situation is, the reports are saying that there was a fight in the same mall that he was in, and this was Thanksgiving Day, that erupted in gunfire where an 18-year-old boy was shot twice and a 12-year-old girl was hit with a stray bullet. And what happened is the Birmingham police, responding to that shooting, ended up gunning down 21-year-old Emanthic Fitzgerald Bradford Jr., who is an Army vet. And the ironic part is he is the son of a cop. And what happened is when they gunned him down, the police were stating that he was the shooter. And I don't know if it had to do with the fact that he had a gun on him, because he actually had a license to carry a concealed weapon, and that is why they assumed he was a shooter and shot him. I'm not sure if it was a situation, because what they came out saying is that there was a situation where, I guess in a video, you see him trying to break up a fight between the 18-year-old who was actually shot twice and another guy. So he was actually trying to, he was a good dude. He was a vet, so he fought for our country. His dad was a police officer, so it's not as if like he hated police officers. He thought all police officers were bad, because if that was the case, then he would hate his dad. And he was actually trying to do the right thing, and he had a license to carry his weapon, and he was still shot and killed. And prior, they were sitting here saying, oh, we got him. And then they had to come out and say, well, no, we didn't get him. We didn't get the shooter. So they had to come out and clear up their mistakes. And they're now trying to state that he wasn't the shooter. But like I said, he was in fact trying to be a good Samaritan and stop a fight between the 18-year-old victim and another man. But the police are now trying to justify the shooting, stating this was a good Samaritan who legally had the right to carry, but he was running and brandishing his weapon while doing so. So their excuse on, oh, our bad, we shot the wrong guy, but he was brandishing his weapon and he was running from us, so we shot him. What I am trying to figure out, though, what I don't understand is, how was he a danger to the police officer when he was running? How did he put this police officer in any danger when he was running? Regardless of if he brandished his weapon or not, he was running. How can he brandish a weapon while running? like, but pulled it out and was holding it up. Like, what did he do to you? You're saying he brandished a weapon. Was it a situation that the weapon was shown while he was running? Because maybe while he was running, his shirt moved and you saw a gun in the holster, so you assumed that he was a shooter and you shot him? What do you mean when you say he brandished a weapon? Because that is a very general statement right there. Very general statement. It's not detailed. It doesn't tell you anything. It's general information. And on top of that, come on. Y'all made a mistake. Y'all shot this man, 21-year-old, gone over a mistaken identity. This man who was trying to do the right thing lost his life over mistaken identity because the police reacted faster than they should have. Because in the situation, like I said, even if you're chasing him down, why didn't you pull out your stun gun? Don't y'all have that stun gun where it shoots the stuns at you with the wire where you ain't even got to get close? Why did you instantly have to? And then on top of that, okay, say he was running, he brandished his weapon. Why didn't you shoot him in the leg? Why did you have to do a kill shot? You could have easily shot him in the leg to dismantle him. You get what I'm saying? And then if he pulled out his gun and was trying to shoot at you, okay, or trying to point it at you at that point, then okay, yeah, you had the right to shoot him because he's putting your life in danger. But he was running, and when you say he brandished his weapon, you're not specific on exactly how he was brandishing his weapon. So that leads me to believe that, honestly, I'm gonna be real, until I see a video or something where it shows him running, I think the police are lying. I think they trying to cover their backs because right now they look bad. Like, it looks bad to have to come out and be like, oh, the person we killed wasn't the actual suspect, and the suspect that we were trying to get actually got away and he's still out in large. We don't know where he is. And by now, that man could have been, whoever it really was, could have been done left the Birmingham, not even around there anymore. And all y'all have to say is, oh, our bad. But he was brandishing a weapon and he was running. I don't believe he was brandishing his weapon. I don't believe that at all. I believe they threw that. I believe he did run. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it was right. I'm not saying that he should have. But I can believe he ran because look at what's going on. Like, black men are being killed at an alarming rate. And they're not a threat. They don't have weapons. They don't have nothing. They're not a threat. And they're being killed in alarming rates. So I feel like to cover themselves and try to justify, well, even though we shot the wrong person, we're still not in the wrong. He was brandishing his weapon. When in reality, he probably wasn't. He was just trying to get away because he was scared for his life. And now a family who is a fellow police officer. Remember, I told you his dad's a cop. So his family, including his dad, who is a fellow police officer, is having to bury his 21-year-old son. Because of a mistake. A mistake that cost somebody their life that they will never get back. So, honestly, if you want me to be real, I feel like that police officer should be charged with murder. Reason I feel like that police officer should be charged with murder, or not even, if you're not even gonna hit him with murder, hit him with manslaughter. A lesser charge, but that police officer should be charged with something because you took away the life of an innocent man who actually was trying to help in the situation. And what I don't understand is the NRA is so big on when these situations happen, it wouldn't happen if there was good guys with guns. If we had good guys to deal with a bad guy with the gun, you need a good guy with the gun. Well, we have two situations, including this one, because I believe I don't remember exactly where it was. It could have been Chicago. It could have been a different state. I don't remember. But we just dealt with a situation where a security officer who was doing his job and actually stopped a threat was shot and killed, even though he had on his security outfit, even though witnesses were trying to tell the police, don't shoot him, he is the security. But this security guard who was doing the right thing and actually wanted to be a cop himself was shot and killed by the police. And now you have another situation where this young man was actually trying to do the right thing and stop a fight. He was trying to stop a fight from happening. He was trying to stop it from escalating to the point to where it did. And mind you, if he was trying to stop a fight, maybe he was running because the person shots fired, and even though he has a gun, he's running because he was like, well, shit, I need to protect myself. I need to find cover. I need to do something for myself. And a police officer just saw a black man running. And like I said, probably something could have happened to where while he was running, his shirt lifted up or something, and you saw his gun, and they shot and killed him. And they were so bragging about, we got him. We got him. We got him. We got him. Just to find out they killed an innocent man. And now it's oh, well, but he was running and he was so now you're trying to have excuses for why you shot and killed an innocent man. That's not going to help his parents sleep at night. That's not going to help his parents be okay. That's not going to help his parents understand why their son is not here for Christmas, why their son is not here for the holidays, why they can't celebrate their son's birthday with them because he's not there. That doesn't help those parents. That doesn't. What y'all did was wrong, and there should be something done about it. And and then you wonder why people sit here and they're scared of the police. Like me, I'm scared to death. I have 3 black boys, age 15, 13, and 12. I am scared every day for my children. Because you had a 12-year-old, Tamir Rice, who got shot and killed in the park for playing with a toy gun. You had Trayvon Martin followed, shot and killed, and justified for it. 17-year-old boy had a grown-ass man following him home when the police told him not to pursue. And he did anyway. Died, and y'all let George Zimmerman go. Why? Because his dad used to be a lawyer? Not a lawyer, I'm sorry. His dad used to be a judge. So his dad had pull, his dad had rank. So this young man's life meant nothing. Even though this young man's life was taken because George Zimmerman thought he was a criminal. George Zimmerman thought because his skin was black, he was a criminal. That's what happened. And y'all sit here and y'all try to tell people, like, ultimately, for me, it's hard for me because on one hand, I feel like there should be some type of cops need to go through training again, and it needs to be extensive training because they are dealing with the public. I understand people are a threat, but if you cannot handle being a cop, you shouldn't be a cop. If you're that scared to where you're going to shoot instantly, you should not be a cop. And everybody always like, well, a cop is a dangerous job. A cop is a dangerous job. They choose this job. A cop is a dangerous job. They can lose their life. They can this, that. They chose the job. They chose it. So if they're that worried and they're that scared for their life, don't be a cop. It's that simple. Because unfortunately with being a cop, you're going to have to deal with people. You're going to be around the people. And people, including black people, are supposed to be protected by the police. But instead, you have minorities who are scared of the police, won't call the police, would rather not even deal with the police because they're scared something's going to happen to them. And honestly, with what's going on, I can't fault them. I've dealt with a situation to where a police officer ran into my house without a warrant, without permission, and attacked my husband and locked him up. Because what? My husband was black? Because my husband didn't do anything to him. In fact, I even went to the cop telling the cop that my husband didn't do anything to him. And then after they attacked my husband and did what they did, they tried to say that he was evading arrest. And I said, how was he evading arrest when he got attacked in his own home? Then they tried to turn around and say, oh, well, he's getting charged with domestic violence. How is he getting charged with domestic violence when I'm sitting here telling you he didn't touch me, he didn't put his hands on me, he didn't do nothing to me? And then it was he's being arrested for resisting detainment, and there's nothing more we have to say about it. They pull shit out their ass all the time. And I have a problem because I've personally witnessed and experienced bad shit with the police. Luckily, my husband only got pepper sprayed in the face and then slammed into some walls and thrown down and kicked and stomped a couple of times and didn't lose his life. But I witnessed that. On top of a police officer physically pushing me out of my own home because he didn't want me to be a witness to what he did to my husband, even though I already saw it. So no, you wonder why people sit here and they say they don't trust the police. You wonder, because everybody, and then I hear people say all the time, oh, if you run into a situation, don't call the police. I don't, and I won't. You know why? Because they're probably going to do something to me before they actually do something to the actual criminal, unless the actual criminal may be a minority like me. So no, I don't trust the police. And you can sit here and you can say I'm wrong all day long. I tell my children be respectful, but don't trust the police. Don't trust the police. Don't trust them, because they're too trigger happy and they don't care about your life at the end of the day. They don't. So I don't know. It's a sad situation. It's really sad, and it really bothers me because it's like I just previously mentioned, I have 3 boys that are in their teens, and I sit here and I worry about them daily. I sit here and I pray for my boys daily that they're covered in safety, and God has his arms, and Jesus has his arms wrapped around my children to where nothing happens to them because of how this world is going as far as with the police. And the fact that people want to justify, like, I laugh because I'm not trying to be fucked up when I say this. I am really not trying to be fucked up when I say this. But there was a situation where Tia, it was either her name, it's Tamara Housley. Her husband made comments years ago when Trayvon Martin was killed, saying that he deserved it. And now, I'm not sitting here trying to justify that he deserved this or anything like that, because I don't feel like anybody deserves to die. But when his niece got shot and killed, now all of a sudden he's coming out saying, oh, well, there were situations that I didn't quite. So it took something like that happening to you and your family for you to understand how anybody else that's a minority who deals with it feels. That it took you losing your niece for you to finally understand how Trayvon Martin's family felt, how his mom felt, how his dad felt, and then forget it that Trayvon Martin was their niece. That's their child. And you didn't show no sympathy. But now that your niece was shot and killed, you want to show sympathy because people are coming at your head saying, well, remember when you said this about Trayvon Martin? Remember when you said he deserved it? Remember when you pretty much justified it? Remember when you tried to say that black people were being racist because by trying to say that George Zimmerman was being racist because they're the racist ones because he was just doing what he had the right to do? So, like, literally, it's ridiculous. And I honestly feel like most people who are like cops are, because, like, let's be real, me personally, I don't think all cops are bad. You have good cops. You have good cops that are great cops. I've run into them. But for how many good cops I've run into, I can tell you I ran into about 10 bad cops who are grimy and do dirty shit. And I haven't just witnessed them coming after my husband. I've witnessed them come after my dad. I've witnessed them come after my brother. I have cousins that I've witnessed it. Like, that's what I'm saying. I witness what they do to minorities. So I'm not just talking out my ass when I say this. I've witnessed it. So you can't tell me that it don't happen. And this just makes me mad, because I guarantee you nothing is going to happen to that cop. No type of repercussions is going to happen for him taking this young man's life, who was a hero. He was a hero because he was trying to stop a bad situation. He was a hero because he was trying to de-escalate the fight. A hero was gunned down by cops who are supposed to be heroes themselves. Now, ain't that some shit? But I'm gonna go ahead and end this subject, because it's so I don't know really how to explain it, except the fact of it hits close to home because of what I've witnessed and what I've dealt with myself. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end this topic before I start crying, because I don't want to do that, because I just don't understand. I don't. Why is this happening? Why is this happening? Like why? Why? But all right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to end this conversation here, because I like to talk about more happier things. I don't want to sit here and talk about, I don't like talking about death. I've been around death too much. I don't like talking about death, but this was a subject that I felt obligated to talk about, and I felt the need to talk about and get the attention out there. I honestly felt that the best thing to do is discuss it, because there might not be people who know what's going on, and maybe them running across my video and listening and hearing and seeing what I'm showing, because I have the clip on what happened, where they were coming back saying that they didn't get the right person. And maybe that can, I don't know, maybe it can spark some change if you can get to more people. I hope it does. And then what is so worse about the situation, I'm not sure if I mentioned it prior, is the fact that it actually came out that this man wasn't even the only one with the gun out. If he did have it out, there was other people there that had their guns out because they heard gunfires. But he just happened to be the one that got shot. But all right, guys, as I said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end it here. Word of advice, I would hold your family as close as possible, and I would love on them, and I would spend as much time with them as you can. Because with what's going on in this world today, you never know. And it sucks, because I'm so scared for my children. So scared for my children. I don't know what I would do if this was my child that this happened to. I'd probably be in jail. But all right, guys, gonna go ahead and end this conversation. We are gonna go ahead and get to a more happier topic. So we will end this here, and thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for sitting through this entire rant, because it's long. I know it is. So I do appreciate you guys for actually listening and sitting through. And hopefully if you guys have an opinion, you can give me your opinion. You can like, comment, and subscribe. But until the next video, guys, bye. All right, Rosebuds, that's it. I'm your favorite Rosebud, Nisi K. I do want to thank you so much for tuning in, and like, share, and subscribe, and follow your girl on her social media sites. It don't hurt nothing. All social media is GossipBud87. All right, guys, bye.